Welcome to a Between Two Posts podcast. My name is Joshua. That's Justin, as always. And I'm sorry for our faces today. I matched him, but went a little bit longer. Today we're going to be jumping into, we have, what do we got? Like 6 games we're covering today on the show. And first game, we went down to Gananoque. So I'm going to pop on the highlights, and then we're going to jump back in and let them know what happened. And I know you were excited at that game.
Oh, I was thrilled.
Didn't turn out the way you were hoping with your jersey and that. But, hey, still a good game. It was entertaining, and look forward to showing you guys the highlight pack. So we'll be right back.
Up for a one-timer shot. Scores! Blasco with the one-timer. Little body contact there. Nice body contact there. Oh! Here comes an opportunity here. Saved by Jake Cummins. Have a breakaway shot. Saved by Jake Cummins. Oh, what a save! Here. Shot. Scores! Islanders, number 20. Shot. Scores! Through the five.
Hope for no short-handed goal.
Oh, shit! Oh, scores! What a goal! And it's 3-1 now when they cut the deficit to 2. Shot. See what a save by Jake Cummins! Came across. That looks like it could be highlight of the week. What? We go. Save by Jake Cummins. Shot, another save by Jake Cummins. Then shot, saved by Jake Cummins. On a breakaway, Carter shoots. Saved by dive there. Shot, what a great save by Jake Cummins. There's a one-timer shot, saved by and a score. Game carrying the puck really well. Nice shot on net. In from the point. Shot, save, he comes in. Oh, great defensive effort, and I'm not sure what's going on. Right by the blue line. Shot, save. A little more. Shot, save by Neighbors. Another shot, scores. It's been very, very solid for them. Oh, and here's a chance here. Masterson, here's a chance. Oh, what an opportunity. Shot, saved by Cummins. Right through the cookie jar.
Oh, bad mistake. Big mistake.
Loose puck.
It's all almost.
Control by the Islanders. Shot. Scores. Wow. What? So to get, right off the mask. Saved by Cummins. One-timer shot. Off the goal. Shot. Save. Scores.
And spills out, obviously.
Masterson comes in, Masterson shoots! Save! Oh, missed ball! Oh, and there's some more stuff going on right now! And more stuff going on right now. The Islanders have the puck shot and scores! What a snipe! What a snipe by Ryan Verbeek! Islanders shot, scores! 10-1 for the Islanders.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that highlight pack from Gananoque. That was Friday night, 8 p.m. We were in Gan for that game. We had myself, Justin was there. We had
Crew.
Matt and Ryan, and even Nicholas Grona's wife swung up and saw us to say hi, just in case she's able to help us with some content. So other than that, I'm going to let you jump right into it right now and start off with letting everybody know what happened in the game, kind of score-wise and, penalties, stats, that kind of stuff.
I will say I was expecting this to be a much closer game. Clearly, the score 10-1, we weren't expecting that kind of blowout, especially at the start of the season that Frontenac had early on. I want to point out here, Jake Cummins, you heard his name a lot in that highlight pack. He, despite the score, he made some stellar saves. The game was not on his shoulders whatsoever. It was he played stellar, made saves that the average goalie probably couldn't make. Also, I would say, Gananoque just came out flying. They sustained pressure. They just came in swarms. They just never let up the entire game. That was one thing I noticed, was that even when they were up by big, they didn't take their foot off the gas pedal. So that is one thing to keep an eye open for later on in the season, for if Frontenac, they might remember that one. There was also that massive snipe from the bad angle there that just beat Jake right between the helmet and the shoulder. That was
it was number 22 Wyatt Coder from Gan that shot that one. It was quite
beautiful.
a snipe. Not much space there, not much room over top of Jake either. So that was, definitely one nice goal. You saw it there in the highlight. And
I would even say, I'd even argue, Nevers, he had a solid night. I don't think he was as busy as Jake, though. Jake, he had his hands full. But Nevers, he was solid, closing the door. Especially there was a lot of high danger opportunities as well. I noticed there was a good 3 or 4 opportunities during the entire game where the puck was kind of loose in that crease area, and Frontenac just couldn't bury it. If they managed to bury that puck a few times there, it would have been a completely different game, I feel. But other than that, the game was it was a blowout. And I mean, unfortunately, it wasn't as close as we would have wanted it to.
yeah, and definitely you're right there with the shots. Even whether you want to take the shots, with a grain of salt or not.
I would say Jake faced a lot more higher danger shots than Nevers did, but not to take away from his performance. Performance was excellent. He closed the door when he needed to. But I would say Jake had just a lot more danger in his crease, high danger.
He faced more shots throughout the game. 3 stars. We had 3rd star Ryan Palowiski.
Yep. Let's see.
Number 20.
Where's that? Right, yeah,
Palakowski.
Yeah, Ryan Palakowski.
Horrible at this. 2nd star was Nicholas Nevers in net.
Yeah. Deserving. He had a fantastic game. Like I said, he was very solid in there.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
972 save percentage with the 1 goal against. So definitely that actually bumped him. If you've seen with the
with our ticker
that just went down there, it jumped him up into the first spot for save percentage. And then 1st star from Gan, Ryan Verbeek. 3 goals, so he got the hat trick and 2 assists. So 5 points on the night. Great night for him.
We saw his name. We called his name quite a bit, and he's a former hometown Kingston Frontenac player. Played during the era of Sam Bennett, Lawson Krause, Gabe Velarde. So he played on some good Frontenac teams.
A couple notables in the penalty situation. Tom Dixon received a 2-minute elbowing penalty, got a unsportsmanlike misconduct, and then was ejected from the game about 30 seconds after his penalty had started, or 30 seconds of play time for he got an abusive official misconduct. So obviously the referee didn't want to have chats with him and decided to send him off to the penalty box or the change room.
That caught me off guard. One moment, we saw there was that incident where that awkward collision was in the corner, and then next thing you know, Tom is walking over to the dressing room, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Are they getting medical help or what? I know it was the ejection. It's too bad because we like to see him play a little bit more in that game. We know what his presence on that team means.
Exactly. And another notable in the penalty department, during an altercation, you can't do that with Brett Harrigan and Liam Sodeki. Mike Thompson left the bench for Frontenac, getting him a double minor, and then also they pinged him with leaving bench during an altercation, which is a game misconduct. So he got himself 14 minutes and penalties and an early exit. So that's just one thing to note there. Brett, he stayed in the game, so did Liam.
Yep.
So really at that point, just Mike Thompson coming off of the bench, really.
I think that might be meriting a suspension. I'm not too sure, but
I haven't heard anything. The suspensions on the website still only show Yannick Bertrand from the Bytown Royals for the match penalty for cross-checking, where he got 5 games. So we'll mention on the injuries a little bit later as well, because there's some notable in that area. So game against Gan, really, like I said, Gan, or like you were saying there, Gan blew them out, for sure. Jake still had a great showing.
He did.
And like we said, it was just really, Gananoque was
just overpowering every situation. There was just that intimidation factor, and it just seemed like Frontenac just couldn't respond to any of the any of it really, and it really showed on the scoreboard. And also their power play was phenomenal as well. I noticed like their puck possession was great. And again, on our notable thing we forgot to mention as well, on one of Frontenac's power plays, there was at least 3 shorthanded breakaways, and they scored on 2 of them. That was in the first period.
So yeah, notable on the goals, power play, Gananoque had 4 power play goals in this game, and 2 shorthanded goals. Shorthanded goals. So Frontenac had a power play goal as well. So special teams definitely made a big statement here. But if you could see the game sheet, if you go there, that's all penalties right there. So it's more than my phone screen. This is an Ultra. So
Ultras are great.
Yeah, so definitely you're going to be penalty filled game. Really not too out of hand. Only the one little bit of the you can't do that. And it wasn't really... Compared to the other one we had, there wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a notable one. The real biggest notable in that whole event was the leaving of the bench,
and Tom
being ejected, which was
just caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, which was 6:17 left in the first period, so very early in the game. Yeah. He wasn't able to make a factor, but 10-1. I don't know if he was really maybe needed at that point. Yeah. So we're gonna jump over to our next game here now. This mustache here, I feel like
one last thing I want to mention is we have yet to see Selleck in any of the games so far.
Yes, he has not made an appearance. I'm not sure. There's nothing on the suspensions from last year, so I don't think he's suspended. Haven't heard anything on injury fronts, so whether he's injured or not, no information on that. So really not exactly sure what's going on there, but we'll keep our fingers crossed everything's fine with him and he gets back to play as soon as possible. So we're going to jump over now into our home opener for North Dundas. We were invited out to the Rockets home opener there against Deseronto. I even got to wear a Deseronto jersey. If you check out B2 Sports Network or B2SN, I can't remember which one I put on the Facebook page or group. But I'm wearing the jersey for the Deseronto Bulldogs. Their blue jerseys are for sale, $50 a jersey. They're going quick, so get them before they're gone.
They're nice jerseys.
They're very nice jerseys. They got a new blue one that's coming out, so they're getting rid of these ones. So you're not going to see any blue jerseys in this game. You're going to see a bunch of red. So North Dundas hosted the Deseronto Bulldogs, and we're going to jump in so you can see the highlight. What's a highlight? Highlight pack right now. We'll be back in a minute. A little error message coming up here. We're going to have to reset, but it doesn't seem to be... Oh, we have a goal by Deseronto. Dangerous opportunity back to the point number 42. Shot, tip, goal, ladies and gentlemen. Tie game for your North Dundas Rockets. In the way, steps number, I don't know, but a good pressure. Back to the point with another shot in, and the Rockets put another one in. And a great wraparound opportunity. He's able to keep that puck from going in, and a lot of opportunities here. And just like that, quite a breakaway there. Have a goal, 5-2. how that connected there. Oh, and 63 strips the puck right from the Deseronto defense dogs. And what a goal! Josh, as I was letting you know, I don't know if that was in the before the period. Well, he was ready for that one. A big shot, second chance, third opportunity. The Deseronto keeper. Yeah, nice. And that puck's up out of play with 1:57 all the way to the net. And goes by wide. And nice tip by 84. That would have been a 6 over the 9th shot. And that. And the goalie might have dropped his head out of the way, so he didn't take that one. And it was just sniped right up top cheese. Shot, oh, and a snipe! Came off the three, but here comes number 6, and gets it to the corners and behind the net. And Deseronto scores here. That's gonna break down the score by 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, next one.
We hope you enjoyed that highlight. We had a great time well, I had a great time. You weren't there. You were out with Frontenac. The other crew was out getting ready to start the Arnprior game, and it actually started during that one. So just some things to go over here with you for that game again, 9-3, the Rockets over the Bulldogs. They had a just a different kind of style play than Deseronto had. They were moving the puck a little better. I think one of the big differences for the Bulldogs was their goalie, Matt Jenkins. Or not Bulldogs, sorry, the Rockets. Rockets, my apologies. The North Dundas Rockets goalie, Matt Jenkins. He was very active in moving the puck. There was to the blue line. Yeah, I think like a good period of like about 10 minutes in the game where every time that puck came down his zone, he was out getting it and firing it straight back down. So played a very great game, which gave them the opportunity to keep the pressure on and get the victory. Shots were 46 for the Rockets and 28 for the Bulldogs. So a little bit lopsided in the shots, and the score showed that. Just taking a look here, penalties. There was only 8 penalties in the game. 3 for the Rockets, 5 for the Bulldogs. Mostly just your normal, slashing, tripping, hooking, high sticking. But there was 2 kneeing. They had 2 minors for kneeing at the same time. I don't know if that's a mistake or if that actually was 2. So that might change how many penalties there were. But other than that, Derek Bordeaux, 1 goal for the Rockets. Doug Harvey got a goal and assist for the Rockets. He was a second star. Sorry, we're doing the stars. So third star and second star. And first star for North Dundas, Brett Gustafson. Yeah. 1 goal. And I believe he had the 4th goal. So he had the game winner. Great game, great environment. The poutine, if you heard me on the podcast, the stream, I was smelling poutine. It was a couple rows ahead of me and over, and I was looking at it. Oh, yeah, I wanted it. You were
starting to speak French when you started smelling that.
It was exciting. So, the mobile internet wasn't, it's not bad in Chesterville. It works in Chesterville. It just doesn't work inside the arena as well as it would require to pump out the computer and that kind of stuff. So We had to do the record and then upload it after. Arnprior and the Arnprior game and the Bytown game, both those ones were live. Frontenac was, again, it was post stream because we started streaming it, but Gananoque, I've been told there's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Future insight for better internet?
Yeah, they're not looking to ever put an internet good in that building ever. What's wrong with you, Kingston? But anyways, so we'll be...
City of Kingston, I'm talking to you.
He's talking to you, Mayor Patterson, and whoever else is coming in. Yeah, I'm not sure. We're not going to be able to provide live streams from there again. It's going to be all recorded and then posted up after, which we're fine with. Like I said, it's just we know that going forward, it's easier to kind of plan for that. So, yeah. So that was North Dundas, and I'm gonna now. That's pretty. You got nothing on that else, right? You got something else there?
Oh yeah, a couple of highlight reel things in that. A couple of highlight reels that happened in that game. There was that nice little spin around, and didn't lead to a goal, but it was just like speed coming in, breaks, spins around the defender, and gets the shot off. I think it was at the end of the period. And then there was a beautiful goal by Deseronto on that backhand. I don't know which goal it was, but it was just a beautiful deke on the Rocket goalie.
Yeah, and the one notable played a great game when he got in there. Brady Sarrazin, who played for the Amherst Jets, now playing with Deseronto Bulldogs, I'm not saying for sure, but head might have came down on a high shot. But that one snipe. But other than that, played a great game. So glad to see that he got out there, and the Amherst Jets got him a little bit of.
I would have done the same thing.
They shared one of his highlights there, so we're glad to see our content making it out around to help promote these players in whatever way it was, and it was through the Jets, so that was great. Yeah, I was super happy to be out there. Hopefully get to go out again, cover some more games. They were just it was a welcoming experience by everybody. I got a lot of looks by the fans in the stands. I was wearing a Deseronto jersey and in the North Dundas there. I'm looking at them, I'm like, hey, I'm wearing it to promote it. I'm not here with anybody. So you didn't want to get in trouble out there in the Chestervilles. So yeah, so that was pretty much it for that one. Now we're going to jump on over into the game that started when I was shooting that one in Arnprior, the afternoon 4:30 game from the Nick Smith. Arnprior Rivermen were hosting the South Stormont Mustangs. The South Stormont Mustangs make noise when they come into an arena. So if your home team is going to be going up against South Stormont Mustangs, bring out your A game and every siren you have if possible, because I had to turn down the TV when watching the game because that's how loud they make an arena. So they do a great job at home, though. Smoke show. They do a smoke show, and they could have lasers for all I know. And we're going to find out because we're going to try to get down there. But as to other than that, we're going to jump into the highlight pack here, and then we'll be right back. Neither one of us were at the game, so we're giving you just a brief kind of overview of what we saw and what we heard. But yeah. Hope you enjoy this highlight pack. was a 14-3 final for the Mustangs over the Rivermen. I don't know where to start with that one, other than it was extremely, extremely loud.
Yeah.
But you had a good take there on kind of how the Mustangs seem to break down the Rivermen. You want to give us that take?
Yeah, I was a little bit confused there for a moment. I'm like, why is there a goal horn going off for the away team? And then I realized, oh, it's the fans. So, good job to their fans for making that place noisy, especially for an away game. We don't see that very often. Kind of reminds me of the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the CFL. Their fans always go to all the away games, making their presence known. So, yeah, that was quite something.
Definitely was very, very noisy. Was very, from what I heard from Ryan Woods, the commentator there from Ottawa, who does our games, that it was an amazing atmosphere, very loud, very energetic. So at least with it being a blowout, it was still a good environment, good entertainment. I'm just looking here on the sheet to see if anything pops out really at me.
You can't do that?
No, there was a couple misconducts, but they were just off of penalties. I'm looking here. They didn't have a 3 stars for the game, unless they were on the game sheet. Let me take a look here. Usually they have one. Oh, no, the game sheet's not popping up for me. So, yeah, no 3 stars to go by. So I can't really give you any 3 stars.
Everybody in that game, you're all a star.
Most of the Mustang players, no offense to the Rivermen, but Pack had a good game. He had 2 goals for the Rivermen out of the 3, so he had a good game. But then Isaac Barr had, I believe, 3 goals. Yannick Lalonde had 2 goals, and Thomas Vesna, or I think that's Vesna, had 2 goals as well. So a couple people with multi-point games. Definitely with the amount of assists that they were rocking on there was a number. And like I said, we weren't there, so it's hard for us to give you too much of a take on it other than what we've seen, but it seemed to be really good environment. Like I said, I couldn't get over the noise. Don't too often get that much noise going on from an away team. We used to whip around with a QBC siren from an old fire truck there. We had hooked up to a battery.
Isn't that in Gan now?
Yeah, well, that's where I was when we had it. So I think it's made its way to the Islanders over time. How it made its way there, I don't know. But it got there. Probably went from changed my brother's hands to somebody's hands with the Islanders, I'm guessing, or something.
Might have to get one of my Budweiser Red Light out there at some point, for that
We need
Phantom game.
Budweiser Red Light right back in here.
Hey, Budweiser, we're talking to you.
He's talking to you, Budweiser.
So, by the way, Jay Onright, I'm still talking to you.
He's going to be talking to you after the commercial break, because we're going to go right now to a commercial break. No, wait. Yeah, I'm right on the queue. Commercial break coming up. Then we're coming back to the Smith Falls Ritos versus the Frontenac Phantoms, where you're going to get to see a highlight pack and the Hamilton report. So we'll be right back after this commercial, and you'll be able to hear all about that fancy game. I'm going to let Justin talk more about it, because I was frustrated that entire game. So we'll be right back.
My name's Brady Leavold, and I've been to hell and back. This is the road to recovery.
I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Hockey to hell and back.
That I survived. It was like something like crazy happened.
But the coach thought I had such a good camp. The AHL coach thought I had such a good camp as a 19-year-old, or 18 turning 19-year-old at that camp. He's like, I want to bring Chris in at the end of this season.
And then that could have been the worst thing for me, because now I'm back at home, right?
As proud of you as your dad, as everybody else, how we got there. It's how we get out.
Yeah, it's been a while. Takes way more shit to surprise me now. When it was going down, couldn't stand your voice without blacking out. And that's what we do. Every day, same badge, we're trying to prove you'd feel my...
Awesome. Thank you, Brady, for allowing me to be a part of Puck Support, Knock Your Hell Back, and these mustaches.
This is inspired by you, sir.
Yeah. Brady, he made me put a mustache on my face because he's like, this mustache is inspired by Brady. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to make one, but mine's going to be longer. And it is.
Mine's a little more dirt, but you know.
This is for speed, ladies and gentlemen. Speed. If I run through water, I don't get slowed down. We'll be right back after we let you see this Smith Falls Ritos versus the Frontenac Phantoms. Oh, and we have a goal for the Ritos. It is now 1-0. Smith Falls is able to put another one through his goal and get the lead up now to 2. So that's 2-0. And now we have the Phantoms coming in and tic-tac-toe. We have a goal. There we go. They've broken the shutter now for the goalie. And we're able to put one back on the board. And she does a great better. Gananoque, we're in it. Get yourself some 5. We got a goal. What a shot. I saw that. Not even looking in the camera. Another goal for the Smith Falls Ritos to make it 7-2. Here comes Aaron Nathan driving towards the net, and he scores to put one on to make it 8-3. I believe 8-3. Like I said, I have 8. They have 7 up on the board. And it was dangerous. And now we have a goal. And they're able to pop one in. This game's 8-4. Another goal here. That's a power play goal. That's going to make it 9-4 here. And a goal. That's now one of the 5. And the goal scored by up by Aaron Nathan, who's going to take it in and get a good pass over. High slap shot and puck in the back of the net, 11 to 7. Oh, that game now. Before we get into that,
Yes, you finish.
well, I'm gonna hit a button right after I finish because we're going into the. Don't ever work with a French person. They don't understand the stuff you tell them when you're going into it. What do you want to say?
I'm gonna say you announce the next segment, and then I have a little thing to follow up with.
That was not how we we scripted and
we don't script
practice this.
We don't practice.
We ran 4 like run-throughs of this whole podcast, and not one of them did he include this. And now he's just throwing it in. So we're gonna take you to our field reporter, Davin Hamilton, with the Hamilton report. What you gotta say,
Davin? Boo! Keeps booing me all night. So.
Yeah, I told him I'd give him $1 every time he booed you.
You owe him a lot of money.
I didn't do that, guys. I didn't actually say that. But he was booing. I think he was booing everybody.
He was trash talking everybody.
He knows. He knows.
Good on you, Dad.
Look at the score. All right, we'll be right back with the Radio Hack after the Hamilton report.
What's up, Ritos fans? I'm back for your post-game recap. Last night's game for the Ritos was against the Frontenac Phantoms, and it was an away game. The score of the game was 12-7, including 2 hat tricks for our team. The hat tricks were for Mike McKenney and Andrew McKenney. Mike McKenney had 6 points, and Andrew McKenney had 4 points. There will be a rematch of this game Saturday the 15th. I hope I see a lot of you Ritos fans there, and this is Davin signing off. And I'm sick.
Well, Davin, I hope you're feeling better. So, boo to feeling sick.
You're going to have to deal with him when he shows up. Or you're going to show up to Smith Falls on the 15th, and he's going to be waiting there for you. And he's just going to drop an elbow or something.
So that game was great. You know, yes, Smith Falls had a couple of hat tricks in that game. Just a notable, something notable here. So Frontenac was without all 3 of their regular goaltenders. So they did go in to find somebody to fill the net. I was their emergency backup in case something happened with the person they put in net. So they did find someone from a Division I beer league to fill the crease. So I just want to give a little shout out here. Aaron Nathan had a phenomenal game. So basically the game was pretty much the score was really getting out of line, and they call a timeout, and Aaron just gets on the bench and he starts providing his leadership and basically told the guys wake up, play, and he ended up carrying that team really nicely. 2 goals and 3 assists. So 5 points on the night for Aaron, so had a fantastic game. A little bit of chippiness at some points in the game. Nothing out of hand, no gloves were dropped or anything like that, but there was a few scrums in that game. But other than that, the game was I felt the game was a lot closer than the score indicated. But overall, it was entertaining.
I'm just glad that Aaron finally hit the net.
Aaron played a heck of a game, driving the net. He basically, in the losing effort, he did carry that team within striking distance at times, and it was. That's something your captain does, right? He's a captain, and it definitely shows why he's captain of that team, especially at that effort.
He keeps telling me he wants to make the highlight reel. I'm like, you got to hit the net, bud. And then he hits the net, and I get a message, did I make the highlight reel? You did, bud, you did. I'm just joking. He is a big supporter of us, and that's why I give him such a hard time. And it's nice to see him have a good game, especially when he's been such a big supporter of us. We got all excited when we got to see the goals. I clipped the goal and sent it to him pretty quick because we were, like I said, it's not often I have to clip a goal for Aaron.
Hey, as I said, 3 assists, 3 apples.
No one's clipping highlights for apples, man.
Hey, you know, it's a beautiful. Hey, you know, actually, you know what?
It's
That's not true.
goals, hits, and
That's
scorpion
not true.
saves.
That's scorpion saves. You know, that's not true. There was one really nice assist that I did add into the highlights package. You'll see it when you get to it.
You can tell when I edit stuff and when he edits stuff. He's like, "Oh, let's put in this assist." I'm like, whatever. It won't be making a battle. You're not making a battle of the highlights with a pass unless, well, like if you like spin around,
Spinorama or between the
and
legs,
like
or
Michigan
blind,
spin and then
blind
get
pass.
hit, and as you're going up and over, do the OV spin around pass.
And battle of the air like Sidney Crosby, your
Crosby.
favorite player of
Sidney
all time.
Crosby would not make our battle of the highlights. We are wasting time talking about Sidney Crosby and Aaron Nathan because he's only scoring like another goal this season. So next, what do we have here? We have so we have a game we're gonna be putting up here for you. Warning: you don't see anything in the highlight pack, but there was a significant injury in this game. This was the game from Bytown, the second game for the Ottawa Crew. So we want to let you say his name. I can't say his name. Zach.
Oh.
Starts with the
Rayom.
Yeah,
Zach Rayom.
I'm so horrible. Zach Rayom, we're thinking about you, and we hope you have a quick recovery. We'll discuss it a little more when we get back from the highlight pack. And again, don't worry, you're not seeing any of the hit from that's going to be involved in the highlight pack, but there is a little bit of clips from it, so you'll know what's going on there. But take a look at this highlight pack. Still a great game minus the unfortunate injury. So take a look at this, and we'll be right back. Well, that was the highlight pack from that game. again, there was an injury to Zach Riom.
Yep.
Ooh, I said it right.
Riom. Think of Manon Riom.
Yeah. That's not going to help.
The first female goalie to play in the NHL. Same last name.
So I can't say her name either. Pretty much from what we know, there was a hit. Whether it was high or whether it was considered dirty or what, we're not sure. We've clipped it, sent it off to the team. Apparently it's been sent off to the league for evaluation, so we're gonna kind of keep an eye out for that. So at this point, nothing's been brought to our attention about a suspension, and if there is one, how long it will be. We have been told that the Zach went into surgery on Sunday and has wired shut jaw. So definitely that is my nightmare. So that's why we're definitely hoping for a quick recovery. I couldn't even imagine. So I'm not sure if Zach's going to be returning to the EOSHL or not, but we're going to keep an eye on that and just again wish him a fast and speedy recovery, and that everything is, good for him. No setbacks, nothing there. And like I said, I can't even imagine that. So that one, that's all we're going to touch on that. As to the game itself, I'm just pulling up the sheet here because that game, again, Bytown, getting another win. So they're still kind of keeping, the bit of that forward momentum. They had a couple losses there. I think they had 2, but now they're kind of back at it.
Maybe they're 2-1 right now.
You're 2-1, so they had the one loss. Yeah, they only had the one loss. Yeah,
Yep.
So they got. So they only had one, and then they came right back. So that's what we want to see.
Very, very positive for them.
In the game, 2 penalties were called. So I'm not sure if the reason that there wasn't a penalty on the call when it happened was whether the refs didn't feel it was a call, or maybe we've had some referees that are missed some calls here and there. Maybe that 2 is pretty low.
It's a very low. Maybe entirely possible. Maybe the scorekeeper forgot to put in the penalties.
Potentially 2. Says 2 here in the first one at 1:19 left for Bytown, and 1 with 51 seconds left for South Grenville. Other than that, there's none on the score sheet. Again, it could be incorrect, but it seemed
it's very low.
Yeah, very low if it was. 3 stars, Marco Azzano.
Yeah, Marco Azzano.
Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points for the 3rd star. 2nd star, Ahmed Mahfouz, 2 goals, 1 assist for the 3 points. And 1st star for Bytown, the guy between the 2 posts, Carlin Lyle, 4 goals against, 911 save percentage. So, close shots are only 7 shots apart, 1 goal difference. Again, the atmosphere, from what we were told by Ryan and the guys, that it was pretty wild atmosphere up in both games. So they were feeling pretty wild and enjoying it. That's the big thing about these games. You want to come out, you want to have lots of noise from the crowd. You want to have them into it. You want to, like I said, when I was in North Dundas, great atmosphere. Kingston had a smaller showing, and I didn't get a chance to get up to the Spearhead area, so I don't know. Maybe that had some people up in there.
It was a little quieter. I'm assuming, even with players being away, I'm assuming a lot to do with Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a much smaller showing. It could be also just not as one of the closer teams to the region, so you might not see as many people traveling in. But like I said, Thanksgiving weekend, players were out visiting families too, so that could be a factor as well.
So so that like I said, we're keeping our fingers crossed that Zach has a speedy and healthy recovery. The league looks at the play to see if there's any supplemental discipline that should be coming out to the player on the team that made the hit. If they feel it was maybe not appropriate, and other than that, that's pretty much what we have for that game. So there was one other game not covered by us. It was covered by Tweed. Oil Kings, they did a stream. They're only we were able to get the first and third period and the overtime of the game. So we're going to send you to that highlight pack. You won't see anything from the second period in it. That's why it jumps from first period to third. And we'll give you a quick chat on that, and then we'll be right back.
Got it now. There it is. There it is. He scored! Locked in. Find it, Wendy. That hit something in front. I don't think Troy saw it. It's all right. Nice pick, Rhino's going in. Out in front. Oh, what a goal!
Well, we hope you enjoyed that highlight pack. And if you want to see the game, go to Tweed Oil Kings Facebook page. And they also are doing the podcast there on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. So I believe I haven't seen on YouTube if they're doing video the whole time, but I know that it's on Spotify right now. And they got their first win of the season, so that's good for them. And yeah, not too much, obviously, to go on that game. We weren't there, and we didn't get to see the whole thing.
The overtime winner looked like it was a beauty there. Nice little goal celebration. Basically a takeaway that just led to a little partial break and just a beauty of a goal.
I don't know if I'd call it a takeaway, if I'd call it a turnover.
Or a turnover.
I think he just kind of, they turned it over and he got on it. It was kind of a mix both. He jumped in and that, but finish it off and great goal.
Nice little celebration.
Yes, great celebration. I know they're going to be, Tweed's going to be excited about that celebration. So
beautiful call by Dave over there.
Yeah, he was enjoying himself. They had a good time. It looks like on the bus back. They had you can see on their Facebook page. There's a picture of them all on the bus. So yeah, it was pretty good. Now I'm just looking here. I think we're coming up to our last commercial break. And then we're going to come back to you with the highlights of the week, the battle of the highlights, and then just some upcoming new games and news information. And then we'll be done. So we'll be right back after this commercial. Awesome. Thank you, Thousand Islands Drone, for giving us the coverage this weekend in Arnprior and Bytown. You guys did a great job with Ryan Woods out there with the commentary. A little bit of issues with the audio. Again, there are loud buildings and just different mic setups. So hopefully we can get that resolved here moving forward so you can hear him a little better in those games. So pretty much right now we're going to jump into your little edit here for the week's highlights.
Look out for those assists.
Yeah, it's just a whole pack of assists. Highlight pack of just assist. We actually cut it off for the goal too. We were like, okay, that one was a goal. Cut it right off for the goal. Just show the pass. Move on. All right, we'll be right back after this highlight pack.
I have a breakaway shot. Saved by Jake Cummins. Oh, what a save! Shot. Oh, what a save by Jake Cummins. Came across. That looks like it could be highlight of the week. What? Control by the Islanders. Shot. Scores. Wow. What? The Islanders have the puck. Shot. And scores. What a snipe. What a snipe by Ryan Verbeek.
The Phantoms coming in and tic-tac-toe. We have a goal. There we go. They've broken the shutout now for the goalie, and we're able to put one back on the board.
Here comes Aaron Nathan, driving towards the net, and he scores to put one on to make it 8-3. I believe 8-3. Like I said, I have 8. They have 7 up on the board. And the goal scored by the...
Got it now. There it is. There it is. He scored! What a goal. What a save by number 58, Troy Webster. something in front. I don't think Troy saw it. All right. Oh, off the crossbar. Nice pick. Rhino's going in. Out front. Oh, what a goal! Rhino! Woo! Big win in overtime, baby.
We hope you guys enjoyed that highlight pack that Justin put together there of all those assists.
Hey, there was a few good second effort assists that led to goals. I have to say that was it was good.
I like it when I realized that in the middle of that highlight pack, one of the assists I put in.
There you
The
go.
falling down.
There you. Oh yeah.
Falling down Smith Falls player.
Hey, Aaron.
Smiths.
Yes, Smith Falls.
Aaron, he's got something to tell you.
Yes, I'm talking to you, Aaron. Aaron, congratulations on making it onto the highlight reel.
Yeah, we know you wanted to be on it for a while, and the nets, you know. But we understand you used to play soccer, and now you're coming over to hockey, and the nets are a lot smaller. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, congrats! Yeah, you had a good weekend.
He had a very good game. Very good game.
And then you had the assist in the GAN thumping.
Yeah, so
you
6
got the
points.
assist,
He had
so
so an average of 3 points per game. That's pretty good. Or I can ever put up.
Hey, Aaron, what do you think of my mustache? It's kind of like a goatee, I guess, technically, with the longer soul patch.
He'd blend in France or Montreal. Or...
Bonjour.
Yeah, now you give it away.
Oh, yeah, lost it. All right, so that was the highlights of the week, and we'll stop bantering, and we're going to jump on to the Battle of the Highlights. If you haven't seen this already, I think I put it in here. Yeah, right here. Boom! Battle of the Highlights. We have first week, Bytown. Second week, Glengarry. Right now, it's looking like week 3 is going to be Smith Falls with Paul Tompkins highlight, which you're going to see here in just a brief moment. So, who's going to win the Battle of the Highlights this week? You get to decide by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. on the Facebook B2 Sports Network group. Video is shared on the B2SN page, but we got links in either the poll or the video to the poll. So we got those all set in there. You can jump around. Make sure you get your vote in. Little side note, goaltender Paul Tompkins, 51, or I've heard 51 and 52, but I think it's 51.
I think it's 51.
But we could be wrong. Might be. Either way, congratulations for making it onto the Battle of the Highlights. You are by far officially, I think, the oldest person on this right now.
Make Grenville proud.
Yeah, yes, you did. So we'll give you. So if anything, hey, and remember, just to let everybody know here, because we haven't really given a great. So down in the bottom 2 slots on each side, you're gonna see fan vote. So every 5 weeks. So we have this week, and then we'll have. Next week and the week after, we'll take all of the losing clips from those 5 weeks and pin them against each other. So you're going to get a second chance for, we had the Gananoque preseason shootout goal. We have Nicholas Grona's game-winning goal. The loser from this one, the loser from week 4, and loser from week 5's highlights will all be pinned up against each other for you guys to vote to give somebody a second chance into this. So
much like a wild card, right?
Yeah, they're the 5-week wild cards. So we're calling them the fan vote. So this isn't baseball. So yeah, definitely make sure you get your vote in, because we're not doing any vote. We vote on them. We vote for the ones we pick. And for the record, who picked I picked Ahmed Mafous's Bytown, and I picked a goalie roll by Glengarry, which puts me at 2-0. So right now, though,
I did say he would go up 3-1.
If you if you don't vote for Jordan Ruby, I'm gonna lose my 2-0, and he's gonna get on the board with one, and you don't want that. You want me to be able to harass him as much as possible over this battle of the highlights, because we're keeping track apparently now. Yep. So we're gonna show you them. I picked Jordan Ruby's big way save.
I picked Paul. And also, Paul Tompkins, you have an awesome mask. You know, you've got Stephen King's it on it. You know, that is just a beautiful mask.
He likes
Pennywise.
your lingerie.
It's nice. It's a beautiful mask.
He likes your lingerie, Paul. Ever had a man tell you that another man likes your lingerie? Because you're getting that right now.
Lingerie is nice goalie equipment.
Yeah, that's what we call goalie gear around here. Lingerie, goalie lingerie. So we'll be right back after this battle of the highlights. Check it out. Make sure you're voting before Sunday at 11:59 p.m. this week.
Comes the Ritos. Have a breakaway. Number 25. Shoots. Nice glove save by Jordan Ruby. Here's an opening. Save by Tompkins with the two-pad stacker. A little bit of a grip here. And back there, a little bit of no random.
So, vote for Jordan Ruby so I get the lead. But I can't stand against Paul. Paul, that was a great save, and that's why you're on here. So, just to give you a little bit of upcoming games and news, we're going to be in Glengarry for the Glengarry South Stormont Mustangs game on Friday. I'm going to be there for sure. He might be there. We don't know. I don't know if the other guys are coming.
The big question mark right now is like if I'm going to Smith Falls or not. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out.
Smith Falls is Saturday.
Oh, right. Sorry, my bad.
So now what's your excuse? So
I'm from the east.
I'll be going out to that game for sure, and then on Saturday I am going to Arnprior, and nobody. My book, I put my book somewhere which had my games in it, but we got the schedule right here. I'm gonna let you guys know where I'm going. So we will be in Glengarry, then the Rivermen host the Gananoque Islanders. So vote for Jordan Ruby, and then get ready for the game on Saturday at 4:30. Then we will be going. Potentially, we'll have this guy in Smith Falls,
Possibly.
right? If he finds it, because he's gonna Google Smith Falls, not Smith's Falls, and then who knows where he's gonna end up.
Smith Falls.
And then that's against the Phantoms. And then Bytown Royals I'll be going to for the 8:15 game. That's going to be a tight one, but we'll make it over there. And they're playing the Deseronto Bulldogs, so second time seeing them. That's all the games we have for this weekend that we know of, unless we have some availability to send the other crew down to see the Mustangs play against the Pipers on the second part of the home and home. But I can't promise anything at this point. We're looking into it, but that's pretty much the upcoming games. What we got going on, nothing too crazy outside of the EOSHL that we got going on. You got your signing coming up.
Yep.
But that's not till the week after, so we're not even going to talk about that. And no one cares about him anyways. So
Brendan Gallagher.
Other than that, Jason Lesage, formerly Tweed Oil Kings goalie, he injured his leg in the off season. Now he was able to come back to one game as a backup. Smith Falls and Gananoque we had the coverage of, and he's also the practice goalie for the Belleville Sanders. He got himself out on the ice here and got some great pictures. You can see those if you jump on his Facebook. and just check them out. Some great shots. We're hopefully, I was talking to him about potentially going out and getting some video footage of him out there with the B-Sens. So hopefully that gets lined up. I'm sure you'll want to go down and check out that facility if we get that opportunity. And yeah, that's pretty much most everything we got right now. Everything else going pretty good. Again, we're keeping an eye on Zach and how he's doing, and if there's a potential suspension coming to the South Grenville Rangers player for the hit. Other than that, I'm pretty good. Anything you want to share off with the fans?
No, I've covered everything. It's good.
Yeah, we've tried to tighten it up here. It's we went 12 minutes or so over more than we wanted to, but still, I think we had a lot to cover.
We did
a lot to cover.
A lot of teams playing back to back. Cornwall didn't play this week, so they're gonna have probably a back to back at some point very soon.
Well, they had that missed game there in Glengarry, which ended up taking away one of them from them. So that might just be why we're seeing a little bit of discrepancy. And that game's gonna have to get filled at some point soon. I can't remember when they said it was gonna be filled, but yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty good to go for until next time. We'll be bringing you, like I said, the games from Arnprior, Bytown, and Glengarry, and potentially Smith Falls and South Stormont. We'll see what we can do for you guys. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you at the games. I am going to keep on streaming.
And I'm going to keep on streaking.
You heard him say it. If we get footage of that, I'm totally posting it on all the social media accounts. Next Frontenac Phantoms games, ladies and gentlemen. You might see a streaker.
No.
Keep on streaming. Talk to you guys later.
Vote Paul Tompkins.
Vote Paul. You don't. I have control when this ends. Don't you try to sneak something in at the last second. Jordan Ruby for president.